Ladies and gentlemen, it is the beginning of December, which means that we just got a new Pixel feature drop update. In this video, we're going to be talking about those new features on my Google Pixel 7 Pro. There are a few pretty interesting ones, and then maybe one standout, something that was promised when the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro were first announced. All that being said, let's jump into this list here. This is on blog.google /products, blah, 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 blah. There's no .com in their URL. That's very strange. Anyways, new features have arrived for the Pixel family. So the first one here, surf safely the web, that is. This is the VPN that was promised when the Pixel 7 was announced. If you bought a Pixel 7 or a 7 Pro, you get the VPN by Google One at no extra cost. It says there on my screen. This is actually fairly interesting, and let me very quickly show you how to access this on your Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro, because honestly, it's not super obviously clear. So what you're going to need to do, you would think, right, this is what I did. I was like, I'm going to go into my settings, and I'm going to go into my not connected device, network and internet, and I'm going to go down to VPN, and maybe there will be something there to do it. That is not how you do it. In fact, what you do is you look for Google One, which is right there, and you click on that, and it's actually going to be on this screen here. Scroll down until you see VPN. Let's hit get started. Your Pixel comes with VPN by Google One. Very, very cool. I got it. Use VPN, and all you got to do is toggle that, hit OK, allow, and the VPN is now connected. With a VPN on your Android device, you can reduce online tracking by hiding your IP address, stay protected from hackers on unsecure networks, browse the web with a secure and private connection. So it's pretty much that simple. We are connected to our VPN, and if you want to disable it, you just disable it. Bada bing, bada boom, super easy, super simple. And that's pretty much what this thing is all about. VPN by Google One is built to help ensure your network traffic can't be tied to your identity. Now, one big problem here is that a lot of VPNs allow you to set a location. Let's say you're watching Netflix and a certain show is not available at your location. Well, you can change that location to someplace where it is available and then watch that show. This is not something that, as far as I can tell, you can do with VPN by Google One. This is simply meant to sort of anonymize your data as it passes to and from your phone. Now, keep in mind, Google has also said that they're not able to read your data. It's not as if it's passing through a Google server and some Google engineer is seeing all of the raw data of your networking stuff. That is what they are claiming. I assume that is the case. You can decide whether or not this is something that you want to use. Moving on to the next new thing, there is a new unified security and privacy settings area there in your settings. It says now you can review your security and privacy settings, risk levels, and other information all in one place. So this is another thing Google's doing to try and make you feel a bit more secure and safe using their phones, using their devices, and I think this is a good thing. It lets you basically look here and see if your apps are secure. Have you downloaded an app that's actually doing some nefarious things in the background? Your screen lock, face, fingerprint, all that stuff right there as well. Security checkup, find my device, all kinds of good stuff there right in that one screen. How about clear calling? This is another thing that they talked about when they announced the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro. This is evidently using the Tensor G2, the AI cores on that processor, to do some really cool stuff with your phone calls. So, as it says here, there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to hear the person on the other end of your phone call. With clear calling, your Pixel 7 or 7 Pro now enhances the other caller's voice and reduces their background noise, so you'll be able to hear them more clearly if they're in a noisy place. So if the person you're talking to has a phone that, maybe the mic isn't the best, maybe they're in a windy, noisy area, this phone is now going to actually try and clear up that call so you can hear them more easily. This is very, very cool. And this is something that I'm actually kind of excited to see more of. This kind of AI-driven microphone and noise enhancement. This microphone that I'm using right now has something similar like this going on, where any sort of background noise or unwanted sound gets automatically filtered out. And it's really, really good. It's way better than the Yeti that I used to use. I think it sounds great. And like I said, that background noise is filtered out. You probably saw my dog walking around a moment ago, and you probably weren't really able to hear much of his nails clacking on the floor. And that is what this is doing. And that is what this is doing. This is using AI AI to improve these things, to make our lives just that much better. Sticking with AI-driven stuff, this is a really cool one as well. So Google has a very, very good recorder app, which is not something I use very, very often, but perhaps you're a student, you're recording a lecture. Not only does it record the audio, it actually records a live transcript, which is about as accurate as, Google's dictation software, their speech to text. But now, with this latest update, it will actually break down who is talking. If it recognizes multiple voices speaking, it's going to actually try to split them into different speakers, as you can see here. This is something I actually want to test here very quickly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start recording this little bit here, and this is just going to be me talking. And now I'm going to play some audio from a YouTube video, which I'm going to skip over so that you don't, have to hear it, but you're going to see what happens here after it's done. Okay, so that was a little bit of a clip from a YouTube channel, Ryan Hall, y'all. He's a weather guy. It's the video that popped up, so there we go. Let's save this. And I think I accidentally discovered something that you're going to need to do. When you first open this thing up, when you set it up, make sure that you're uploading your recordings to the cloud. If it's local, apparently the labels don't work. It did not work for me until I clicked on backup in the cloud. Now it says detect and label speakers. It's a little bit odd, but now let's see if that transcript has, no, it does not. We may have to do this again. So let's delete this. We're going to start a new recording. This is me talking, blah, 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 blah. Let's go back to this video to play some audio from them. And hopefully that is good enough. Let's pause, let's save, let's go to the transcript, and let's go. There we go. So now it is working. So that is very odd that I actually had to enable the uploading of this recording to the cloud to get this feature to function. But in fact, I did, because when I tried it before, without doing that, it did not work. So if you have this and you try it and it doesn't work that way, turn on the backing up process, and apparently that makes it work. Now, I should point out there's also an update for the Pixel Watch. If you have one of those, check for that. Some enhancements to sleep tracking in particular, probably the biggest new feature there, but there's lots of stuff involved. There's also just a ton of bug fixes in this update. There's a massively long list that they've published of like tons and tons of bug fixes. So overall, I think this is a pretty solid update. Always good to see new features coming, things that were promised at the announcement of the device now coming to fruition, and as you can see, working quite well. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Are you going to use this new recording software ability? Are you going to use the VPN? Like I said, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on more, and help me get to 18,000 subscribers. I am oh so close. You can probably see right over my shoulder, I am at 17,900, and it's actually like 17,950. So hit that sub button, help me out, get me to 18K. I'll see you on the next one. Until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.